first day, and we're about to dive into some stick welding. We're using 60-10 and 70-18 rods. We're going to practice on both of these rods today. The goal is to learn how to run a stringer bead. You ready, fam?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let you sit down, get comfortable. So the main thing when you're sitting here, you want to get in a position where normally you can stand, but sometimes when you're sitting here, these little sparks of flame might hit your head. So it all depends. Yeah. So it all depends on how you want to do it. You can stand or you can do it. So what I want to do is, I want to do this first one for you. I'm gonna just do one so you can kind of see. Now we're gonna do circular motions with what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do circular motions with the rod. I want you to kind of watch everything that I'm doing as far as the angle, how I'm striking it, and all of that. And the goal is to keep a straight line. Also, let's get this out. You're going to need this. Which is your soap salt. So mark the straight line. Sometimes it's good when you get started to what we're doing. So every time you do it, every time. So I'm gonna run this first one. After I run this one, I'm gonna sit you down and hold your hand pretty much and guide you with yours. So I'm gonna pay attention on how I do the angle and all of that. You can go about a 15-degree angle, no more than a 15-degree with the stick. But between, from 90 to 15, you don't want to do it like this. You see that extreme angle like that, you don't want to have it like that. You want to start off at a 90 and kind of have it like this, but whatever angle you use, you want to keep it the whole time you weld it. So if you start off like this, you want to finish like this. You want to start like this and finish like that. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to do that, so you want to try to keep it the same. So it's three main things that you can control in this. It's going to be your gap, that angle which I just showed you, and your gap is how close you are to the metal. Okay. You want to stay real close. I'm going to say about an 1/8 inch. You want to get so close where you're kissing it, but it's not putting it out. You know what I mean? And then you want your travel speed, is how fast you're going. So, yeah, you just set that right there. So let's fire up this first one. Fire in the hole, family. Ready?
Yeah.
So what you think about that first one? So the main thing, you see how I was doing my little circles? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put that wire brush on there so we can clean it up. Well, we're gonna use your little chipper, your chipper hammer. So you pretty much plate back. See that? Let me tack it back to the table. Okay. All right. So it's your turn. You gotta open it. You gotta put you gotta put some grit on it. All right.
All right.
Yep. Just want to make sure that it's in the number. You want to get it where it's connected and it's not moving when you let go. All right. Because you ain't holding that the whole time. You're just holding your hand on it. You only hold this when you open it up and when you letting it go. You know, when you're putting it in and when you're taking it out. The rest of the time, you just use it as a whole, okay? Now you come over here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna guide your hand so you can feel me on this first one, so that way you get more of an understanding. So, you see how I was bracing? You can kind of brace your feet or your hip up against this, because if you're sitting here, you're gonna be doing this. You see what I'm saying? So you want to brace if you just brace your hip or brace yourself a little bit, yeah, like this. So that way, you know, you won't be doing this here. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna get right here in front of you. Well, let me get right here. So hold up for a second. Yeah, not right there. So all I'm gonna do is guide you. Now we're gonna drag this first one so you can get the feel of it, and then I'm gonna let you do the second one. You ready? Then we're doing that first motion. So you see how tight I am? So if you go up, watch this. You see that? I got too high. You want to keep it tight. You do a circle motion, and you keep that same trouble. You see how I'm not going real fast, but I'm making sure I do my motion down. This rod is kind of like a crayon. As we press down on it, it's disappearing. So as you weld it, you got to remember to press down at the same time because the rod is disappearing. See how I'm putting pressure on your hand? So you got to go down the whole time we're going back. All right. Didn't do bad. Now you clean that one. You take the rod out. Yep. Now you just sit it down. Sit the sting right over there. Yeah, you just. Okay. Now use your rod brush and brush it off. Yeah, brush it off. Okay, well, bang. So how did that feel? No, I'm talking about you put that down. So how did you feel doing that first weld?
Straight.
Okay. So now it's your turn to do it by yourself. So you can use these rods right here, but we're gonna use it, and then I'm gonna show you how to tie in with another one. So you can use that old rod. Yeah, it's still long enough. That way we can utilize all the rods. You don't have to have a fresh one. Yeah, that's good. As long as it ain't moving, that's good. And then like when you striking it, did you see how I struck it? You strike it like, you're gonna strike it like a mat, like this. You don't do that because it'll stick. So you try to, that always be the hardest part about doing it, the striking. Yeah.
So like, do it
So what I'm doing just like this. I'm doing this. Loops. And you keep it tight. You see how you just do your loops going all the way back. You just keep that same speed, so you keep that same loop. Yep. Yep. Okay. So you. gotta let it go. Yeah, you gotta let it go once you stick it. Yeah. Once you stick it, if it stick like that,
Yeah.
the best way to do it, if you stick it, grab this and let it go. If you keep it on there, this whole deal will turn red and then you mess the whole rod up.
Okay.
So if you stick it and it gets stuck and you steady doing it, it ain't moving, that's because it's a current going through it.
Yeah.
So you got to, as soon as you stick it and you see it ain't doing, take it off.
Take it off.
And then pop the rod off and then put it back in there and do it.
Flip it off.
Yeah, sometimes you just pull it off, but if you can't, hit the trigger and kind of push it off and take it out. It happens, all right. But you gotta start off striking it before you start off trying to weld. You're trying to weld. You can't, you don't focus on one thing at a time. You gotta focus on striking. Once you strike it and you see it go, then you start. You gotta start up here at the top. Don't be scared of it.
I'm shocked.
Don't be scared.
You said lightly, like where it barely touch?
Just, you gotta do it. You gotta hit it.
Okay. Okay, so hit it to start.
Yeah, you gotta hit it, you gotta get it straight. Once you get it good and going, you keep doing it till you get it. It might be a little difficult at first because you've been burning it for the ends a couple times. Once you get it, you hold it. Oh, now. But you gotta keep it tight though. I'm gonna take my hand off. See you. So you see when I took my hand off, you went up. Where you supposed to went? Down. Exactly. Exactly. Now try it again. It's all good.
So strike first.
Don't try to jack it up. You gotta ease it up. As soon as I let go, you go, yeah, keep it, slow down, go down. That one's pretty much over with. Let's just get a new rod. You see how short it is? So you see how when you steady turn it, and you steady touch it, it burns up the rod, and that makes it harder to strike too. So that's why it's always good if you hold it too long, you'll burn it up, and then it'll take forever to strike. You just be, and it'll never get lit. But this is the main thing though, when you hit it, so you can't sit down and get comfortable. The only reason I say is that sometimes you can get popped in the legs if you ain't got the proper thing, so you can sit back, to do it, because it could be a little bit more comfortable. But when you hit it, like stand in front of it, see how you standing on the side of it? Stand in front of it, yeah. Stand in front of it, and when you hit it, remember that you got to keep that angle. You see your angle is wrong. See, you're holding it wrong. That's your angle. And you want to keep that angle. Now when you striking it, you're doing this. Once you get it lit, you hold it, and then you start.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right
Now start where we stopped at, yeah, wherever we stopped at, because we're gonna clean it and just go from there right there.
I can tell when it strikes.
Yeah, no.
Right there.
So what you're doing, you're just pushing too far away from it. You got to be gentle with it. Take your time. See now, you see how it's starting to burn at the end, so it's gonna take hard to strike because of how it's done. Now it's like, hold up, don't move. That's how you know. You say, how you know you're supposed to weld when it do like that. That's how you know. Soon as you get it stripped. Let me control it now. So you gotta let me control it if you don't know what you're doing. Now you feel it now? You feel what I'm doing? You see how I'm going down? Because you got to feel it down. I'm gonna put this on. This rock brush is gonna be clean up because that one right there you kind of got all over the place a little bit. So let me clean this. Right here, we actually got to wait. Right here, when you start, you was way too far. You see how it was just up. So we're gonna start again. We're gonna start from here, and we're gonna drag it. But you got to remember, you got to push down, and you got to get it struck. Once the fire struck, you do this. You got to push. Once the fire struck, you keep it down, but you don't put it out. You keep it close enough where you can feel it, you know, where it'll stay lit. That's the main thing.
We can put it on it, right? But like, that's you kind of like that. Go down with it or like an inch off.
Nah, you gonna be like an 8. It's gonna be close. You're gonna be, this is your gap from it. See how close this, see how small this is? That's how close you gotta be to the metal.
Okay.
Yeah, that's real close. Exactly. Exactly.
Get too close, but not touch it.
Yeah, but that's fine though, because the arc is gonna keep you from touching it once you get it stabilized. You got to strike it. Once you see it strike and stabilize, then it'll kind of keep itself from the plate, and you just keep your distance. Okay.
Angle like this.
Yeah. You angle like that, and you keep this, and as you strike it, then you hold it. You hold it. Once you strike it, you hold it. Then you start taking your time and keeping it tight, and doing just patterns. Okay. That's it. Go tight. Go close. Go close. Go close. Go close. Go close. You ain't going close. Go close. That's close. Yeah. Go close. Go close. That's it. Go close. Keep it close. That's it. Keep it close. You hear that sound? That's what you want. Now do it. Go close. That's good. Go close. You keeping it lit though. That's a plus. Yes, now do your pattern. Stay close. Too far away. You see how that light gets real bright? That's your evidence you're too far close away. Now that's good right there. Just keep it close. Too far away. Get close. Yeah, you heard that? That's it. Bam, you did your first one all the way down. That wasn't bad. But you see how I kept saying, get close, because you get the use of it, the rod is burning up. So you get to thinking like, oh, I'm good, but nah, it's steady burning up. Exactly. Now you did that one all by yourself. Put the hood off. Look at it. Check it out. Family, I gotta let y'all see this here before we go. We're gonna be doing some more work, but we're about to take a break. And as y'all see, he did pretty good on that first bead. I had to tell him to keep it close. And that's the main thing. When they start striking it off, they learning how to strike and keeping it close. That fire kind of spooked you a little bit. Yeah, for the first time, the fire kind of spooked you a little bit. But how do you feel about it though, being your first time? So what do you feel? You feel like you would get it over time?
Yeah, over time eventually.
Yeah, you would get it. So the main thing is just learning to keep it close, because it's kind of like a crayon, ain't it? Right. You use, as you push down, it's disappearing. Right. Yeah. So that's the main thing you got to keep in mind, fam. But you're doing good. Yeah, you're doing good. So let's dive back into it. Let's do it again. We're going to watch it and we out. We're going to watch it again. We'll take a small break. Y'all be blessed. Hold on.